I spiritually aware what I dealing with as a planter, and as a priest too. You have to be grounded in order to consume this herb, to make the herb not have dominion over you, because the herb could have dominion over you, if you're using it the right way. So we have to educate the youths about how to really use the herb.
Right.
Because plenty of the youths not using the herb in the right way. And they're mad out themselves, they're going and do all kind of things, and people ask the question, but how you smoking weed and you just be doing all these kind of things?
Yep.
It's because they ain't really grounded spiritually. And I feel this is something plenty people have to, learn about.
You're hitting it right there, solid.
Yeah.
Hitting it right there, solid. Because they're talking a lot about the socioeconomics, the legislation, the education. We can do so many things. Trinidad and Tobago should be ahead. We should be leading. Look what this island doing. Look what that island doing. But we're not hearing solid reasoning and people really putting forward the spiritual aspect of cannabis. Maybe because they don't use it in that way. But here you're coming in, Priest Panka of the Bobo Shanti faith. You ain't making no joke at all. You coming straight out with it. If we teach them, if we use cannabis to teach the youth spirituality and how to indulge or involve themselves with the herb from all aspects, not just making money or getting recreational, use out of it. We're talking about now harvesting that spiritual power to deal with the warfare that we're really up against when it comes to the cannabis industry.
Yeah, because
how do we do that? In your opinion, I know it's a big ask, but how do we get there? How do we get there to where we're having these spiritual conversations around cannabis, whether you are Rastafarian or not, as much as they're having the medical conversation around cannabis, whether they're using it for medical or not?
you need to get the public awareness about ganja, especially the schools. Because first everything starts with the schools, right? So we need to get some programs in the schools, maybe in the universities, that teaching the people the spiritual science about marijuana. Because when they brought us in slavery and them kind of thing, we came with the ganja, but they didn't teach us, about it. Everybody just tend to feel ganja is something just to smoke and get high, and but it have many other uses for ganja.
But the Asians know about the spiritual aspect as much as the Africans did, as much as the indigenous peoples here.
Yes.
So what you're saying is to bring that indigenous ancient culture forward into the present time.
Yes.
Do you think the Bobo Shanti faith is doing a good job of that, of making that connection and keeping it relevant in these present cultural times?
Yes, for years Bobo Shanti been culturing the people and teaching them how to
How
ganja.
so? Talk to me like I know nothing about it. I asking for the layman out there in the street that don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we tend to talk about things that we know about and act like everybody should know because we know. But there's a lot of things that you might know that the next man might not know. Similarly, the next lady might know something that you might not know. So share the insight, share the knowledge. Spirituality, ganja, or cannabis, and the Bobo Shanti faith. How can we bring that now to the front line so we can put Rastafari front and center, Bobo Shanti especially, towards the spiritual movement of cannabis with the youths?
As black people now, we came in slavery, right? And all our rights was taken away from us, right? So Bobo Shanti now come back to teach back the people about themselves, right? And it's not just a spiritual teaching or temporal teaching. We teach people how to live, how they could be closer to God, right? And the herb now, when we use the herb in the praises, is something like, we're making a spiritual sacrifice unto God with the herbs. Sometimes when we burn with chalice, we have to pray with us. We just have to pray when we burn with chalice. And we say a short prayer. And back in the days now, I get to understand that's how they used to use herbs for praying, for certain rituals people used to carry out and them kind of thing. And these are the things we're missing from the youths and them, You know what I mean? The youths and them want to smoke the herb, yes. but they need to be grounded, as I say, within some form of spirituality. They beat out plenty from us during slavery. They beat out with language, with culture, with history. So we as Rastafari, we come back to teach back the people about the roots. Like a tree without root is dead. As Marcus says, so is a nation of people without the culture, the race and the history become a dead people.
Then